Jaya 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 Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Om Vishnupad Paramamsa Parivajkacharya Shatata Shishambhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakun Radhakun Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mayapur Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Jagannathpur Dham Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi, Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai, Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai, Prashadam distribution, Transcendental Book distribution Ki Jai. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Shri Shri Gauranga. All glories to Shri Prabhupada.
Get past out.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavalabha Girivardhari Gopi Janavalabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Radhajananandana Yashodanandana Radhajananandana Yamunatiravana Chari Yamunatiravana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janavalabha Girivardhari Yashodanandana Vrajananandana Yashodanandana Vrajananandana Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Haribo, 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 Nitai Gaur Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Vishnupad, Paramahamsa, Prabhupada, Sutarda Satashi Shimad, His Divine Loving Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Goswami Rashula Prabhupada Ki, Nanta Goti Vaishnavadinda Ki, Namacharya Das Thakur Ki, Prem Zakaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Ki, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopi Gopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki, Vrindavana Dhamma Ki, Mathura Dhamma Ki, Dwarka Dhamma Ki, Mayapur Dhamma Ki, Gangamai Ki, Jamunamai Ki, Tulsi Devi Ki, Bhakti Devi Ki, Srila Prabhupada Ki, Gaur Premananda Haribol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories of Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga. Wow, Hare Krishna. I feel so honored to be in the presence of exalted Vaishnavas as yourselves. This is Prabhupada's mercy, right? That we're even here. Right? And this morning we have, as usual, our traveling microphone. It just says here on the stand, the ultimate support. Right? Right. Right. The floating mic. And it gives us so, but I think ultimate support. We're here to give each other ultimate support, right? We're here to give us, because the support we can give each other is ultimate, because we're giving each other Krishna consciousness. And that is the ultimate support that we can get in life. It's interesting why this microphone floats. And I've noticed what this happens in all the ISKCON temples. There's a little knob here, okay? So when you adjust the stand, you're supposed to actually loosen it and then raise it. But no one ever does that. They see it and they just... So what happens is after a due course of time, it loses its ability to stand in one place. And that's often like we can learn in life. We are designed, just like this microphone stand is designed for a specific purpose, to be used in a certain way. In the same way, we are designed to be used in a certain way in the service of the Lord. So I'm feeling very grateful this morning to be in the presence of devotees, because I was standing in the line yesterday for the Sunday feast, and I was just telling Anadi Radha Prabhu how I love the lines. You know, sometimes when we come to class, or we come to a program, and we think, oh my God, now I have to stand in line for prasadam. You know, it's like, oh God, it's going to be another half hour. And especially, I mean, Dallas is just exploding. The temple here is just exploding. I remember I've been coming here for the past 6 years, and there wasn't so many people, so many devotees coming now, but now they're coming out of the cracks from the walls. It's like Radhakala Chandi's mercy that everyone is, and the devotees are becoming more and more purified. They're becoming more and more nectarine. And so, when you stand in the lines, I was just expressing, what was I saying about the lines? Oh, right. So I was sitting in the line and I was just meditating on this prayer by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Ekaki Amara Nahipaya, Harinam Sankirtana, Tumi Kripa Kori Shadu Bindudiya, that, oh Vaishnava Thakur, without your mercy, I do not have the strength to carry on the Sankirtan of the holy name. Only if you just give me one drop of your faith in the holy name, then I'll have the strength to do so. That is why I'm running behind you shouting, Krishna, Krishna. So I was standing behind this devotee, and I just thinking in my mind, Krishna, Krishna. And so we started talking, and he revealed to me so many wonderful realizations that he had, coming to Kali Chanchi Dham. So in the same way, this morning we'll be discussing, so we're hoping that we can give each other ultimate support by also sharing our thoughts and realizations. This is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? Machata makata prana bodhyantak parasparam katayatas chantamam nityam tushanti charamanti cha. The thoughts of my devotees dwell in me. What's the next line? Their lives are dedicated to me, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss, in talking with each other and enlightening each other and conversing about me. Right? Because we see that as soon as we come together, right? What's that verse in the Bhagavatam? Who knows that? Srimad Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana. Right? That the Supreme Personality of Godhead, He becomes pleased, from within, when the devotees come together and speak His glories. And it's not necessarily because we have some profound realization ourselves that we feel the bliss, but we feel the bliss because Krishna is pleased by our coming together and sharing. So this morning I am clueless of what we're going to discuss today because unfortunately, let's offer our prayers to Anuradha, but we hope she feels better. She couldn't come this morning. So we shall read this. If there's no purport, do I just keep on reading? Okay. So do you want me to read the Bengali, then how should we, because there's no... Okay, then we'll use that one, okay. So we're reading this morning from chapter 8, text 84, talks between the Lord and Ramananda Roy. Text 84. Yato tadam masasvada vishesholasa mayapi ratir vasanaya svadvi basate kapi kasyatit. This is text 84. Yeah, it's chapter 8, Madhya Lila, chapter 8, text 84. Translation: increasing love is experienced in various tastes, one above another. But that love which has the highest taste in the gradual succession of desires manifests itself in the form of conjugal love. Purport. This verse is from Srila Rupa Goswami's Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, 2.538. And it also appears in the Adi Lila, chapter 4, verse 45. Text 85. Purva rasera guna pare pare haya duitina ganane pancha paryanta badaya. Translation: there is a gradual order of improvement in transcendental mellows from the initial ones to the later ones. In each subsequent mellow, the qualities of the previous mellows are manifest, counting from 2, then 3, and up to the point of 5 complete qualities. Text 86. Gunatikye svatikya bade pratirase shantadasya sakya vatsalyara guna mudate avase. Translation. As the qualities increase, so the taste also increases in each and every mellow. Therefore, the qualities found in Shantaras, Dasyaras, Sakyaras, and Vatsalyaras are all manifest in conjugal love, Madhurya Ras. Text 87. The qualities in the material elements, sky, air, fire, water, and ether, increase one after another by a gradual process of 1, 2, and 3. And at the last stage, in the element of earth, all 5 qualities are completely visible. Text 88. So we shall read and the purport and discuss this verse, and also do the transliteration and the call and response chanting. Please repeat after me. Parapurna Krishna Prapti E Prema Hoite E Premara Vasa Krishna Kahe Bhagavate. Jahari Prabhu, what's a good melody to use for this chanting?
Well, I personally can only guess, but I think it's like Paripurna Krishna Prati Prema.
I'm sorry. Prema Amrita? Okay.
I think I heard Paripurna Krishna Prati E Prema Hoite E Prema Vasa Krishna Kare Bhagavate.
Beautiful. So would you like to lead us in the chanting?
Paripurna Krishna Prati E Prema Hoite
Paripurna Krishna Prapti E Prema Hoite
E Prema Vasa Krishna Kare Bhagavate.
E Prema Vasa Krishna Kahe Bhagavate.
Paripurna Krishna Prati E Prema Hoite
E Prema Vasa Krishna Kahe Bhagavate. Paripurna Krishna Prapti E Prema Hoite E Prema Vasa Krishna Kahe Bhagavate. Anyone else? Paripurna Krishna Prapti E Prema Hoite E Prema Vasa Krishna Kahe Bhagavate. Paripurna Krishna Prapti E Prema Hoite E Prema Vasa Krishna Kahe Bhagavate. Anyone else? Paripurna Krishna Prapti E Prema Hoite E Prema Vasa Krishna Kahe Bhagavate. That was a different melody. Variety is the spice of life, right? Krishna likes variety. That was beautiful. They both were beautiful. I especially like that was a very rhythmic. It was very easy to all come. It's a beautiful melody. Really? Oh my God. Yes. Do you know the name of that acharya? Okay, if you find out, let me know. I'd like to learn that. Yes, sir. You know, I went online one time. There's one devotee in Mumbai. I can't remember his name, but he teaches different meters. And yeah, that might be him. Yeah, he does that teaching. So it's, you know, that's one resource. Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. So let's go through the transliteration. Parapurnam, completely full. Krishna Prapti, achievement of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. This, Prema, love of Godhead. Hoite, from. Premada, of this type of love of God, of Godhead. Of this type of love of Godhead. Vasha, under the control. Krishna, Lord Krishna. Kahe, it is said. Bhagavate, in Srimad Bhagavatam. Translation. Complete attainment of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna is made possible by love of Godhead, specifically Madhurya Ras or conjugal love. Lord Krishna is indeed captivated by this standard of love. This is also stated in Srimad Bhagavatam. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. To explain the topmost quality of conjugal love, Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami gives the example of the material elements: sky, air, fire, water, and earth. In the sky space, there is the quality of sound. Similarly, in air, there are the qualities of sound and touch. In fire, there are three qualities: sound, touch, and form. In water, there are four qualities: sound, touch, form, and taste. Finally, in earth, there are all five qualities: sound, touch, form, taste, and also smell. Now one can see that the quality of the sky is in all, namely in air, fire, water, and earth. In earth we can find all the qualities of material nature. The same can be applied to the rasa known as Madhurya Rasa or conjugal love. In conjugal love, there are the qualities of neutrality, servitorship, fraternity, and paternity, as well as conjugal love itself. The conclusion is that through conjugal love, the Lord is completely satisfied. Conjugal love, Madhurya Rasa, is also known as Sringara Rasa. It is the conclusion of Srimad Bhagavatam that in the complete combination of loving service to the Lord, namely in conjugal love, the Supreme Lord fully agrees to be under the control of the devotee. The highest form of conjugal love is represented by Srimati Radharani. Therefore, in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, we can see that Krishna is always subjected by Srimati Radharani's influence. Om Ganatimarandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Militang Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manopishtam Shtapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakadamayam Dadati Svabadantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamshta Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganatam Vitang Tang Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Purijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakamitamshta Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Prabhus, has any of you ever walked down a city street and seen a dog, just kind of wandering aimlessly through an alleyway, going through garbage cans? Well, that's how I feel this morning. And when I came in contact to Krishna consciousness, I felt like that, and I still feel like that. Just loitering on the street, and by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, even a dog like myself came in contact with devotees. This purport this morning, I'm sure you've all experienced this. I'm sure you've all experienced Radha Kalachandji's Krishna magic, right? Where all of a sudden something falls into. I see you shaking your head. Yeah. Please, would you like to share with us your experience of Krishna magic? Do we have a little microphone available? So. Oh, okay. Okay, sure. Hare Krishna. It's been confirmed. This is important. Everyone wake up. Listen to this. Listen to what this devotee is saying. Oh, that's beautiful. So for the benefit of those who are online, I'll just quickly repeat. What is your name, Babu? Kaylee. Okay. So Kaylee Babu just mentioned how she was one time seeing the Prema-Rita. Prema-Rita had received a beautiful garland from Radha Kalachandji, and she was like, "Oh, I wish I had a garland like that." And then she came in and had darshan, and all of a sudden, a flower fell from Lord Balaram's garland. And she felt, oh my God, this is such a blessing. And then the devotee gave her a garland. So she, right? Yes. So that's any other examples of Krishna magic in your lives where Krishna does just something amazing that just makes your faith just blossom into this lotus flower of faith and adoration? Yes. Oh, thank you, Mother Kunti. This is what I'll repeat for the benefit of the Lord. Should I repeat, or is it redundant? Okay. So, for the benefit of those of you online, Mother Kunti shared with us her understanding of how Krishna has been so magical in her life, is that he's allowed, she said, like a rascal like herself, to remain in the association of devotees after so many years. So thank you for sharing that. Anyone else? Chahari Babu. He's got two hands up. Okay. That's going to be great. Haribo! Oh, he's got two. Okay. Your house.
Yeah, mine.
Oh.
And I was only like around for like a couple days. And they said, all right, you're gonna do the bhakti picture. And I was like, what? And so I did with my roommates. And, and then of course the other people came in, they knew everything was going on, right? And so I said, I don't know what to do. They said, okay, just go out and buy a whole bunch of fruits and whatever you want and offer it, we're gonna offer it to Krishna, right? And so I said, okay, well, I don't know how to cook, so I'm not gonna make anything, but I know how to make a beverage. So I went out and I got every milk I could get, like, every type of milk, water, juice, coconut juice with the pulp in it, because that was my form of like getting good stuff. And then I got like the 3 boxes of fresh cut fruit and like a gallon of orange juice, and I just put it all in the cart, and I just wasn't even thinking about it. I was just like, I want to just offer all this to Krishna, right? Well, I was by myself and I was riding the bus. and I forgot, I kind of don't plan stuff like this. I'm not really a planner. So I just put everything in the cart that I said I wanted every variety, right? And so I checked out, and then all of a sudden, oh, and I had to get like 3 bags of ice too, because you have to have ice to it as well. And so I'm taking it in all these bags, and it's like 4 huge bags.
You can't really repeat all of that.
Okay. So here we go. Okay, so when I first came, I was a part of Bhakti Vriksha preaching program, and they told me, and I was only coming around for like a couple of days, right? And then they had told me the difference between bhoga and prasadam, right? And so they said, the point is that we're just going to make this nice offering for Krishna, and then it becomes prasadam. And I said, well, I don't really know how to cook, but I know how to make a beverage. So, I want to go out and get every kind of awesome beverage I can think of for Krishna, right? And so I got the orange juice, I got the milk, I got the water, I got the coconut water with the little coconut flakes, because that was my version of love for Krishna. And I was making sure I had coconut flakes. And then I got a couple boxes of fresh cut fruit. I mean, it's from the grocery store, but I didn't know, you're supposed to cut it yourself at that point. I got it. And then 3 things of ice, and it was so heavy. But the thing is that I was riding the bus, right? And I went to the fiesta, and it was on Garland Road. So it was kind of a trek to get to the fiesta, but I didn't really think about it. I was just I just want to get everything, right? And so, and it was also, this was a summer that was really hot. You guys remember that summer when it was 105 degrees, right? And yeah, and so, yeah, yeah. Okay, every summer, yeah. But at the program, they had told me, if you take 1 step towards Krishna, he takes 1,000 steps towards you. Right? And so I was like, oh, this is so cool. So even though I was coming out of the grocery store, I was so happy. I was like, all right, we got so much bhoga. But I was like, this is so heavy. And I'm not a planner. I didn't even plan it. And so I was walking along, trudging. I was going kind of 1 inch at a time, because it was so heavy, and the lines on my fingers were becoming red from the plastic bags and everything. And I was just I can't even deal with this. And it was 105 degrees outside. And I was sweating, and I was trying to make it to the bus stop before the bus came, right? Because, you have to do times and stuff. And I was I don't think I'm going to make it. There's no way I'm going to make that bus. And so I said, oh yeah, I remember. If you take 1 step towards Krishna, he takes 1,000 steps towards you. And so I just, I didn't put the bags down, because once I put the bags down, there's no way I was going to be able to get them back up. And so, I just held the bags in both of my arms, and I took the very dramatic 1 step, right? And I took 1 more step, and then I put my head back in the air, and I yelled out inside of the Fiesta parking lot, Hare Krishna! And it was like, I mean, that was like the dumbed down version because we're in the temple room. But, but it was like as loud as I could, right? And then, would you believe it? Not 1 second later, just a snap of a finger, this car comes screeching through the parking lot. And he slams on the brakes and his tires literally went like, right? And without any conversation or without any, like, whatever, indication, he gets out of his car, goes to his trunk, opens up the trunk, points directly at me and says, "Put your things in my trunk. I'm going to take you wherever you need to go." Yeah. And then I knew Krishna is real. Yeah. And so, and I guess the number 2, because he said I have 2, is really short. It's related. So on the car ride home, right? He says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Yeah, I'm collecting all these things for the Bhakti Vriksha program. We're going to have a program." And then it turns out he was like a yoga person, right? And so I said, "Great, yeah, we practice yoga too. We do Bhakti yoga. It's a yoga of chanting and feasting and dancing." And so he says, "Really? What do you mean?" And I said, "Yeah, check it out. We got this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare." And then he's like, "Really? Wow, I've never heard that before." And then through the conversation, he said, "Yeah, I want to be grounded." I was like, "Okay, well, I don't know what that means." And then later, he said, "What does the Maha Mantra mean?" Well, I said, "Oh, it means, oh dear Lord, can I please be of service to you? Energy of the Lord, can I please be of service?" And he was like, "What happens?" And I said, "Oh, don't worry. Like it frees us from the material world." And he goes, I told you I wanted to be grounded in this world." And I was like, "I'm sorry, I didn't know what you meant." And so then I knew, this number 2, that Krishna is a transcendental trickster. Because there's no going back for him. He already chanted. Okay, Haribo. Where's this for them? For you. Oh, me. Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Yeah. Who? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Wow. Well, thank you so much for that wonderful service. So we're getting ready now to close class. It's been a short but joyous journey, and I just wanted to thank everyone. Especially we can see this, just your sharing, Kunti's sharing, and Kaylee's sharing, and Jahiri's sharing. This is all part of that Krishna magic, that we come together. In fact, Jai Hari Prabhu has started a little group called Kalachandji's Bhagavat. We find that we're here really, there's this Bhagavatam culture. We're here to develop this Bhagavatam culture, which becomes the foundation of our life, of coming together on a regular basis. Some of us have other obligations. We can't do it every day. We can't. At least we can try according to our means. To come together and share in this way. And in closing, I would just like to share a little piece of Krishna magic in my own life, which just happened just right now with all of you. And also happened to me yesterday. I was, Amarendra Prabhu gave a interstellar Sunday feast class. It was out of this world. It was totally like, brought you to the realm of Vaikuntha. And I take notes because I forget things so easily. So he was talking about the different qualities of earth, water, fire, air, and ether, and how the senses are present, are, only certain senses can perceive certain of those elements. And I was struggling to keep up. I can't keep up with this. I can't get it all figured out. It was just too fast. I got earth, water, fire. And I just couldn't tie it together. And then here we have this purport this morning, and Srila Prabhupada ties it all together. So thank you, Srila Prabhupada. And just in relation to the purport, this will be the last thing I said because I want to be respectful of your time, and it's almost 8:30. When I joined in 1971, my mother was an English teacher, and she had a student who was a DuPont engineer from Gujarat, in India. And she would teach these engineers how to speak English, so the company would pay for them to go and learn from her. So anyway, he also taught yoga, and she told me about him. Radha Kalachandji ki. So I called him up and I said, "Can you teach yoga?" And he said, "Sure." And this is how much? He says, $30. Well, I was 16 years old, and that's a lot of money for a 16-year-old back in 1971. So I said, "Well, is there any place that teaches yoga for free?" He says, "Well, it just so happens, I've given one of my apartment buildings to these Hare Krishnas, and you can go there, and they'll teach you yoga for free." Little did I know that Hare Krishnas, they want your whole life. But it was a glorious journey. So anyway, he told me a story when he met Srila Prabhupada in Manhattan, in 22nd 2nd Avenue. He used to go there once a month for engineering work with DuPont Corporation. And so he knew that an Indian Swami is at this temple on 2nd Avenue. So he went there and he saw the devotees. He think, I'll please the devotees. So he brought with him a little Om omelet, okay, a little pendant, okay. So he gave it to the devotee who was going in to see Srila Prabhupada for a Bhagavad Gita class. So the devotee took it in to the class. He wore it very proudly, thinking, "Oh, this is from India. It must be spiritual. It will please Srila Prabhupada." Right? So Srila Prabhupada's speaking, and then he stops in the middle of his lecture and says, "Where did you get that pendant?" And the devotee said, "Oh, yes, some Indian man gave it to me, Prabhupada." Srila Prabhupada said, "That's Mayavadi. Take it off." So he took it off. So Prahlad Gajar, he smiled. He says, "Oh, Swamiji's a Vaishnava." Because he didn't know at the time. He was just, a Swamiji. He didn't know. So he came back to New York the next month, and this time he brought a little pendant with Krishna. So he went to the temple and he saw a devotee going in to hear Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita class. He gave him the Krishna pendant. And so the devotee was sitting in front of Srila Prabhupada, and the devotee was thinking, Srila Prabhupada will like this, But Gajar was thinking, Swamiji will like this. And in the middle of Prabhupada's lecture, he stopped and he said, "Where did you get that pendant?" Yes. "Oh, some Indian man gave it to me, Srila Prabhupada." Srila Prabhupada said, "Where is Radharani? That's Mayavadi. Take it off." So that's the last sentence of today's purport from Chaitanya Charitamrita. That I'll read it one more time. The highest form of conjugal love is represented by Srimati Radharani. Therefore, in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, we can see that Krishna is always subjected by Srimati Radharani's influence. Srimati Radharani ki! Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki! Any comments or questions before we close? So unless there's any clarifications or comments or questions, we shall close. Please offer our blessings to each other. Please offer your blessings to the speaker. And may you all have a wonderful, glorious Krishna conscious day. Hare Krishna. Are you still writing songs?
My gosh, you have a good
anyone who's a musician, songwriter, a poet,
Where
meet
was
you.
this
In New Vrindavan, yeah. You're sharing some of your poems at the workshop. I forget her name.
Mother Vrindavanish.
From DC, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't. I've written one since the last time
Oh,
we
yeah.
spoke, but I haven't written much. Actually,
Well, if you ever want to share, I'd love to hear it.
you live in Dallas?
Well, here for a month. My daughter's Krishna Priya. I live in Canada. And that's my wife, Krishna Babu. She's speaking to, you know this Nadia Avada?
I just met her today.
Yeah. She used to live in New Vrindavan. So you're living in Dallas now?
Yeah, I'm here for the Krishna. I just came to be the.
That's wonderful.
It's a really nice service and amazing community.
Yeah, isn't it?
I feel very fortunate that Radha Kalachandji let me come here.
Yes.
Nice to see you, Prabhu.
I'll see you too. Hare Krishna. Oh. Okay.
There you go.
Oh.
It's a button right next to it.
Thank you.
But see how it's still on?
Oh, yeah.
There you go. You have to hit it twice.
Thank you. Prabhu.
Please forgive me for interrupting you.
Hare Krishna. That's sound effects. Krishna's giving us sound effects for your story.
So I run if I see a balloon. That sound I can do it. But it's balloons. I'm not a good person. But Krishna really wanted me, to not at the same time. I'm out of it because my brain is and they watch consciousness. And so I think so it's like it's almost simultaneous. Rascal and one of these for the
Rascal and vessel. Rascal and vessel.
I don't understand.
You're a vessel of Krishna consciousness.
Oh, a rascal.
But you're thinking you're a rascal, but actually you're a vessel of Krishna consciousness.
Thank you. I'm really blessed. Thank you for I need it. I love this outfit. It's so opulent. wire that's the problem.
Hare Krishna.
So this connector wire was the problem. If I plug it directly, it works. I don't know what to do now because the wire is not long enough. Oh my god, there are many wires in this. Do I tangle this mess?
Yep, that works. Hare Krishna.